Hey, good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. It is Talcott time. Saturday night, I think, right? I pinned the link already for those who do want to join. We'll open and have a panel discussion for those who are willing. Welcome to those who have already shown and presented themselves. Let their comments come out, and thank you for the encouragement, the intention, the attention. Salty Siren, cult member 999, Brian O'Shea, Nubs Revenge, God bless, and all those who will be joining. Thank you. Tonight's conversation this morning, I was blessed, got to attend a local men's group from local church I attend. Some real inspiring guys that are sharing the ministry. It's a Christian church, but real active in the community, doing some pretty cool things. Anyway, went to local fellowship, group of men from the community to talk about the scripture, and the topic was leadership. The conversation in the scripture, it allowed me a lot of inspirations and thought, but tonight's not a Bible lesson by any stretch of the imagination. But you know what? I am starting from that place. Praise God. Praise God, brothers and sisters. Seriously, praise God. Thank you. Thank you. Those words, man, they feel so good. Thank you, God, for today. For today has been a good day, and it's been good for me, and I hope to help it be a good day with you as well. That's maybe where I'll start. I finally put together a little bit of effort, and brothers and sisters, I do want to announce subtly, I'm hopeful. There's been people who have offered up some support, without jumping in the limelight. There's been some encouragement and actual offers to contribute towards the success of what people are seeing, what I'm feeling we're doing here. So stay tuned, please. Do the subscribe thing. Make sure you're notified. We're pretty consistent, but in the future, I do plan to change the schedule and frequency. As the quality improves, I think it'll take less time here. Anyway, great things are coming, brothers and sisters, and that's what I am hopeful and want to share with you. So stay tuned, and we'll see where this goes. But today I put together a little work, man. Just this thought. It occurred to me on the way to the men's group. God is the good. The good that is there for us, right? The good exists. The good is within us. It's around us. The good is for those who seek it, who humble themselves to it, to accept it. The good is for those who see. I shared whatever that scripture was before about the pure will see God. God is the good. See the good. This world, the satanic realm, okay, if you want to picture heaven and hell, what's the difference? Hell or heaven, you are in the presence and the glory of our Creator, right? The glory is all around. There's no doubt perfection is, because you're with the divine. Now, what would hell be? Hell would be a distance from that. Heaven and hell can be found in states of mind. I've experienced both. And you probably have as well. You just may not have realized that's what was happening. But I was going somewhere with that about the ways of the world. They're totally backwards, right? Children are taught how to obey. Why are the children not encouraged to lead? Right? So leadership has comes in many ways, and people have actually been taught, conditioned based on media and stories. People have been taught to kind of back away from leadership like it's a scary thing. It can be. So can not leading. Not leading can be pretty friggin' scary as too, when you have no control and you don't know what's going on, when you're just flying blind. That shit's pretty scary too. I'd much rather be the leader. Much rather be the one that knows, the different pieces and knows the direction that we're going. At first I didn't. God, I was so scared. I was so scared of making mistakes. That's because I thought I was doing everything on my own. Now I know better. Now I know there's a God who loves us. I'm convinced, you can doubt me, but trust the words. Consider the words at least. I'm convinced there is a God that loves us, like humans and animals and plants. Maybe God loves life since it's like part of creation and it's everywhere. I was watching, well, I know some people don't believe in the space and they don't believe in stuff. I was watching some of the science about some of the things being observed around the different planets and stars relative to the position here on Earth. And there's evidence, so they say, and so I see, there's evidence of life everywhere. Man. Fucking mold. Sugar ants. Man, I got swarmed by sugar ants the other day. I was like, it's like, holy cows, man, nature comes out of nowhere. It's because it's always there, man. Nature is. I remember living in this house and in this town, the city life, the day-to-day commute to and from work, drive through the fast food place to get some garbage. Eat enough garbage to make a turd the next day. God, what a stupid life I was living. Holy cows, man. Where I was going with that is this belief that I lived in some city, some civilization, right? That had somehow evolved and separated itself from natural living, which, duh, we have. But I heard it put a different way, right? Our houses, apartments, it's shelter. Okay. Our cities, our villages, our towns, they are settlements. We've just learned how to settle pretty quickly, pretty easily, using the convenience of tools and science and, what other people have created. I mean, I still don't. There's a lot I don't know. I don't know how to mine ore and turn it into metal. And I don't know how to turn plants into fabric. And I know quite a bit about gardening and, the primitive stuff to be self-sustainable. I know quite a bit about that. But when I started recognizing how much you'd really, really have to learn in order to be absolutely self-dependent, right? If I wanted to just say screw humanity and go live in a cave or take off to nature, how much do I actually have to know? And there's a lot of people, I've seen a lot of documentaries and stories recorded, sitting on the comfort of my couch. I've learned about other human beings living that life, go staking a claim in the wilderness of Alaska and just like building from nothing. It's doable. It's possible. Holy crap, man. That's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to rid your life of people. To some degree. But God, man, God works in mysterious ways. That's the one thing I do know, is that God is. And God is the good, and the good is all around. It's like everything is, and it is how it is, regardless of our judgment, our discernment, our perspective or opinion, regardless of what we think. It only affects us, right? So there's like a process and a divine order of creation. The process and systems of life and decay, it's all there. And all of that includes how we have been developed. And that includes the evolution of our technology, of our governments, our commerce. All of it has followed somewhat of a logical process. But the fact is, humans are pretty... Humans can easily deceive themselves. I was gonna say, humans are just we're fucking amazing. We really are, but our trust can lead us to getting manipulated. Our temptations can become our excuses. Next thing you know, from temptation and greed and selfish thoughts, next thing you know, we've got governments and prisons and just absolute chaos, brothers and sisters. This world we're living in, this time of humanity, what do we do? What do we do? Because if we think we have no choice, then who is choosing? This is why leadership is so important. A leader is one who chooses, one who makes choices. That's all authority is. All these positions in government and judges and all this crap, they are professional decision makers. Sit on their ass, review information, and make choices. And in this corrupt system of man's laws, insanity unfurls. Next thing you know, you've got stock markets where the slaves are spending their hard-earned money investing in other slave owners so that families and neighbors can be enslaved with debts and other... Holy cows. I know how I sound. Sometimes I can sound like a ranting maniac. Sometimes I can also sound like a very wise man. So it's up to you to choose. Are you going to lead yourself to wisdom or lead yourself to separation? You going to become one with me as a leader? Because that's who I'm seeking. I'm trying to help share and inspire others to become leaders of their life, leading themselves in greater directions, greater influence, and along the way, attracting others who join. right? It's time for a movement to develop, and it's happening organically, but I want to be able to tell my grandkids that, yeah, back in that day, I was a big part of that. I want you to consider those thoughts too. What I'm saying to be a big part of that, I'm talking about the emergence of the new ways that humans live together, right? I'm talking about overcoming the old ways of our past that we've lived individually and collectively, bringing ourselves and each other into a more righteous and wholesome, encouraging, and inspiring way of living. Because if we can do that for ourselves, become more inspiring, more encouraging, more loving, forgiving, more generous, if we can become more as ourselves with each other and together, those energies and that they create harmony, and the harmony creates synergy, and the synergy just takes those powers and those talents and explodes into a better world. And there will be a lot of people, they'll get up in the morning expecting to go back to their job and expecting everything to be the same, or maybe they get up expecting it to be worse. But I think we're going to surprise them, whoever they are, whoever we are. Oh, this life. Let me say hi, go back and say hi to some chat. I've been ignoring. Holy cows, it's been some activity. Free speech advocate. What dumb nonsense are we wasting our time today? Leadership, God, consciousness, love, stuff like that. Jonathan Montero. Hey, you know what? I don't know who Skidcott is. Never mind. The thoughts didn't connect properly. Jack, you said you would better to understand the scriptures. Yes, I've invited people from the men's group. I've invited people, ministers, pastors, people creating online. I've invited them. I've invited others. Anyone who wants to discuss God and scripture with me, please click the link. Come on up, man. Lucas Williams, fake it till you make it. Works depending on the area or field of usage, but in the way he does it is just disingenuous and ignorant. It can be. Fake it till you make it can be disingenuous and ignorant, but if you believe you're describing me, God bless you, my friend. Keep watching. Stick around. How many times can I say good in a minute? How many times can you say thank you, God, in a day? Which one is more relevant? Which one do you think might be more appropriate? This is fascinating. You folks in chat, Nubs, I see you in the back, and I'm debating what to do with you. Holy cows. This chat is fascinating. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to get. Do you think you'll meet your grandkids without contact with your children, or do you plan to have more children, Jack? Well, it's kind of an obvious question, I think. God will decide. Obviously, this is what I've been trying to convince my father is that, hey, you've never met your grandson. You could reach out on my behalf and maybe kill two birds with one stone, Salty Siren, I don't know what the future's going to bring as far as family or relationships. I just do what I can. We come to Moose, God bless you, brother. Thank you. It's hot down here. I came to listen to the words. All right. Nubs, I'm going to welcome you. How are you today, brother?
I'm doing swell as usual. How about yourself, Jack?
Fabulous. I know you have opinions on leadership. What experience would you offer, someone who's just developing themselves or just newly finding themselves in a leadership position? What would you offer to that young person?
Discipline is the key to getting all of your leadership goals accomplished. When you're disciplined, you make better choices. When you're disciplined, it doesn't matter what the consequences are, you're disciplined and you continue on through them and you give it your all and then some. You lead
When you
by
say
example. Go ahead.
when you say discipline, you mean committed? You mean
Self
here's my
discipline.
concern, and the reason I'm asking where I guess I'd like the question to go, Nubs, is I've seen your behavior, and it seems to me that people who take the disciplinary mindset believe in punishment. And I've seen how you treated me. You seem to be one who believes in punishment. Do you? Is that why you focus on discipline?
Self discipline, not discipline in general. Self discipline. So I don't need to discipline anybody else. I need to discipline my own self. Things like being at work on time. Things like um, having yourself organized, ready to go. Things like paying attention to conversations so you can engage in conversations. These kinds of things are the things that leaders do. It's a status of doing more so than a title of excellency in any way, shape, or form. As
I
a leader, you
agree.
are a servant.
That's how it should be. I agree. And that's where I was a little concerned with the idea of discipline, but I get what you're saying. Committed to the word, committed to the purpose, intentional with the time and actions, or including organization and preparedness. Um, but yeah, we live in this world where fucking bosses are celebrated, and the bosses, they use this rewards and punishment, play their favorites, and then they surround themselves not with advisors, but with yes men. And that's how we've got our damn governments and corporations the way they are, because it's the way it's designed.
Jack, I've dealt with both yes men and real friends, and my real friends were the first to tell me where I was fucking up. A yes man will tell you, no, 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 you're not fucking up. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep up the great work. Because that's what you want to hear. You don't necessarily always want to hear the negative criticism because it causes the demand for change.
Right. I agree. What I see though, what I observe in this society is a lot of trauma bonding, and then you get enablers enabling each other. And so then the enablers become friends. They find similar excuses to bond themselves to each other, and maybe a common enemy, common fear. Um, and that's why we've got all these damn divided groups out there. It's all fear and fucking nonsense. Sorry, I took us off what you said there, didn't I?
I think the ability to be continuous in your thoughts is definitely one of those things that we all struggle to a certain degree because we've got so many squirrels that we can look at in life per se, if that makes sense.
The
Yeah,
other
there's
left.
always something flashy and shiny to look at. It's whether or not you can keep your eyes on the road so you don't kill yourself. As you're driving down the road or traveling down the road, if you see something flashy on the side of the road and you constantly are doing one of these, you don't see what's in front of you, and then you probably will end up hitting the car in front of you because you're not paying attention to what you're actually doing. You're paying attention to what's on the side of the road that doesn't actually matter.
Yep. The other lesson, besides focus on the thoughts to completion, is knowing when to stop speaking. See, and that's something I have been developing and learning for myself.
That is something that you can only learn for yourself. You cannot advise.
Agreed? All of our lessons must be learned by ourselves. It's up to each of us to decide what we want to learn, when we want to learn it, how we want to learn it. And then God, the universe, provides us opportunities each and every day to learn different things. And what we do with what is new each day is up to us. We can ignore it, we can appreciate it, we can use it, we can throw it away. You know, every day. I mean, every day we've got the choice. If you want to stay in bed and feel miserable and feel like a little, you know, a worm and helpless and hopeless, you can stay in bed, cover your head up, you know, feel alone in the world. That's an option. Or you can get up, fill yourself with life, the fact that you breathe and taste and smell and hear, the fact that you live. It's kind of a cool concept. Not everybody got to finish yesterday, right? And there's many who haven't even started yet. So before those other people start living here on earth, let's make a better place. I mean, I'm not real proud of the world that I brought my son into. Apparently, he's a bit resentful to me as well about bringing him into this world. So, you know, if I can change the world, maybe his opinion will change.
Jack, I've
That's
never
what
been able to change the world, but I have always been able to change myself.
we're living different lives, and it brought us to today.
Setting goals is a great thing, and I don't think that there's a goal that is unrealistic within reason. Obviously, you're not going to fly to the moon. Um, Nevertheless, with that being said, I think there's unrealistic timeframes. So if you give yourself the goal of being a millionaire within 1 year, I don't think that that is necessarily always a tangible goal for those that are not disciplined to that measure. And I think that's where the Bible comes in and really emphasizes to count the cost of your actions prior to taking your actions.
Yeah, I agree. Here, let me see if I can pull this up. I mean, I just started a couple of things.
I can't really see that.
Huh. I wonder. See, I will hopefully have some changes. Oh, I can do this, huh? View full screen. Try that.
I can see it now.
I mean, just some brief notes. Leaders choose, right? Those who are not leading, they don't get to choose. Their choices are limited. So the leaders choose. The leaders choose their choices. And the choices for each of us, we can stay, lead, or follow, right? we're all going to change. We're all going to go through life and move in various different ways, physically, emotionally, professionally, whatever. We can stay in the past, stay how we were. We can lead ourselves into greater, or we can follow what other people are doing. And then the other options, you can, when experiences, people, opportunities come into the life, you can detach from those. You can engage with those people, attach yourself to them, fight them, conflict with them, or you can surrender. You know,
What about
present.
co-create?
I view that kind of as engaging or surrendering with them. But yeah,
I guess I define those things differently, but I can understand where you get that.
this was just kind of a brief, mental vomit, throwing some ideas out just to get them going.
So are you
But
saying that we're playing in your vomit right now?
we're exploring the mental fruitlings, the mental sprouts that have the new growth. I don't know, whatever.
Hi, Jack. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Svetlana. Welcome back, my dear.
I have a different point of view on leadership. I think everyone who seeking leadership are evil because by seeking leadership, you seeking power over others, and that's what a definition of evil is.
Well,
So
here, if we can, I hope you might be able to hear tonight. Because I'd love to explore that. That's what a lot of people have been taught, is that those who are in power are evil. And that's
absolutely true.
That is not always the case. A position here, power comes from the enabling, it comes from others. So if the power is forced, then I agree with you, Svetlana. That's evil. That is not what power is for. But
I would say any kind of power, even the power of parents over the children, you're basically imposing your will on others, and that's the mildest form of leadership.
Sister, we are very, very powerful. Each and every one of us are powerful beings, and we have an influence on each other. When we pass through each other's moments of experience, we are passing on energies and information. So knowledge is the power that's real.
That's the real power. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so
but
I don't
leadership is evil.
Pardon, dear?
Regardless.
Well, hey, knowledge is power, and this is why I'm so adamant that if we create a movement, the goal is to end secrets. We no longer, I was watching the history of our secret government in America, the way things developed with the CIA and the counterintelligence culture after World War II. Its history is just, it shows the demonic influence that has permeated humanity. And we've got the option. And here's Svetlana, I love you. Our thoughts create our future, though, and you are not powerless. You are a powerful woman who is leading herself into her destiny. We are all co-creating together. And sister,
Jack, I'm not co-creating this realm. I'm actually trying to explain people how to leave this place. And yeah, because the problem with this place is we have too many parasites. It's very few entities who have full spectrum, basically full spectrum souls, and the rest of it do not. And they're basically parasites of who have full spectrum souls. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to separate parasites from non-parasites. And the only way to do it is basically withdraw everyone who still exists outside of this place and live wherever here that's going to be a parasite. So if you stick to this realm and you're still trying to find solutions how to run this realm, that means you belong to this realm and you're going to stay here. And that's the scary part, because the circle we own, it's never going to end, and it's always ending horribly.
Sister,
it's not only thousands of years of history showing that. I'm not
Jack,
sister.
is she a
When I'm
bit?
talking to you,
Like, is
I
this a
do not
bit or
have
is this
gender when I'm
real?
talking
Is this
to
real,
you.
man?
yes, it is.
Okay.
It is real, Nubs. And Svetlana, I did want to interrupt you because, sister, I don't know what you need to hear, what words would be helpful for us. But I'm telling you, I am a leader. I am not an evil man. I intend to help be a leader, to help shine the light in the darkness, because yes, sister, there is corruption, but I trust that God has all of this. God has it perfectly aligned for the light to succeed. I can explain this in many different ways.
I
We are
also
that
think we have
light.
different creator, Jack.
Svetlana, the truth can be explained
Because
and reviewed
I
from many,
feel that
many
me and
perspectives.
you, Jack, have a different creator. Because my
Well,
creator would not, first of all, to be in this place, I'm actually feel trapped. I think you feel this place has potential, and I think this place is dying. So we have a complete
well,
opposite points of view at this structure. You're at the place where
well,
you're still trying to help. I've been in this place probably like 5 years ago. I was trying to change stuff. No, we came to this place. It's disgusting, and it's nothing we can change.
well,
The only
sister,
thing we can do is
hey,
basically walk away.
sister, I love you. My faith in God is stronger than your disbelief. Okay. I'm sorry that you lost the hope that you felt before. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to offer you inspiration, encouragement, sister. Yes, we are trapped in these bodies right now, and this can be hell. This is hell right now for many, many people. But just as
It's definitely hell.
We are. We are here to serve one another, to bring the light, to bring the help end the suffering, to bring forgiveness, to bring healing, and to bring forth the new world. This is us.
See, the new
We,
world will not happen.
not with that
No, that will
attitude,
not
my
happen. It will
sisters, but
not
please,
allow.
hey, please, I've received and I accept your disbelief but please consider the confidence in my words. I am not confused. I am not misled. I'm filled with love. I'm filled with hope and faith. My faith in God, that God is with us and God wants us to succeed. God wants us to bring this world back to order. And
Jack,
there's a
what,
Jack,
reason,
that's not gonna happen.
just out of
sister, there's a
curiosity,
reason we're
what,
talking.
excuse me.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
You said that you're filled with love, and I came up to discuss Bible things, etc. In your understanding, are you familiar with the description of love in Corinthians? Love is patient, love is kind, love is gentle, it is not self-loathing, it is not envious, and it never fails. Are you familiar with that? I don't know
Svetlana.
exactly. I think it's First Corinthians. I don't remember the exact Bible verse. Nevertheless, I've always looked at
Plus,
that, especially.
I also
What's that?
think you cannot focus just on one religion, because just by observing all of the religions, you can able to see what's going on in this place.
And do you
One
believe, and
religion
so
is
you
not going to do
believe,
it.
so you believe through all of the
And when you
religions
study more
that,
than one religion, you realize all of the religions are faulty. All,
well, and many, and they
sections.
all, sister, they also contain truth. So truth is to be found in
Yes, and
many
it's for
and
you
all
to see it
sources.
or hear it. It's not much truth in it either. It's basically less
Well,
than 1% in each one of the religions.
okay, so our disagreements, I'm not certain what, I mean, I'm here offering encouragement and inspiration, saying, hey, brothers and sisters, when we come together, we'll be more powerful and we can change this world. And you want me to accept your disbelief, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's some Agent of Chaos type stuff. That's, I don't know
I'm
on
I'm
that
basically
one.
saying that there is people like me who is gonna be against a new world order, and we will win. And that's how it's gonna be done. The people with full souls gonna leave. The people with not full souls gonna stay. And that's how it's
Well,
going to be done. And in the end, it's going to be ended up like a bucket with rats, and the strongest rat will eat all. That's the end of this
well,
world.
amen. I
I
want to
saw that
acknowledge
movie.
here, I want to acknowledge this 6079 Smith W with a contribution and comment. Thank you. Werner von Braun's tombstone is Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare God's glory, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. You know, God's glory is, and we are the evidence, the creation. We are the evidence of the Creator. The Creator is all that is. And we can never know beyond the Creator. What the Creator allows is what we can learn.
If you know yourself, you know Creator. Simple. The smallest
The
part
key is
has information of the biggest part because it's a hologram. The very, very small part has
correct.
a whole 100% of the information about this realm. So if you know yourself and you actually have full soul, you're gonna know the truth and you're gonna know when to get out from this world.
Amen. Well,
And that's
this
the
is
only thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I'm actually
sister.
seeing dreams, Jack. I'm seeing huge earthquake, and I'm seeing a sun explosion. And I hear also in my dreams I hear the severe sounds. So it's gonna be event, but elite's afraid of, and it's not gonna be quiet. It's not nobody gonna miss it. It's gonna be certain event, and during this event, part of the people gonna be leaving, and part of the people gonna be drawn by the mistake. And the way I'm seeing the part what's gonna be doing mistake, they're gonna be entering some kind of portal, and it's going to be look for some of them like a machine portal. For some it's going to be looking like basically look it up, images of portals, and that's what's going to be presented to people. So do not go to the portal if you want to be if you want to have your soul alive. That's what I'm saying.
I got to know where you're getting your information.
Hold on, let me stop you right there, Jack. Who the hell is this commie? This hammer and sickle?
This is our sister from a distant land, as I understand. And
Very.
well,
Does she stand with Ukraine? Let's get that out of the way.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Oh wait, I didn't ask. I don't know. I think she's just being. But what she was describing, as I understood, was a dream where you asked where she's getting her information. She mentioned that was a recent dream or vision. But hey, Svetlana,
Not just that part of the information. I'm talking like the whole amount of information. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. It just seems
Right.
very, very interesting. And I'm curious as to where she gets her information.
Well, I'm sure it's from the
I
experience.
would say I get my information from my creator. Basically, you
Okay.
connect
Well,
to your higher self, and then
Yeah,
you
there
get
you go. From Putin.
access to whole
Getting it
Akashic
right from
records and
Putin, right up
everything
top.
else.
but Svetlana, the highest self would not be. I'm sorry. I'm hearing your fears. Okay. And please trust you're in the perfect place,
No, you do
the
not.
perfect time.
I'm not afraid.
Well, then why?
I'm actually not afraid. I'm
Okay.
to the point I'm
So
not
you're
afraid
telling
of
me,
dying, you know,
okay,
because I
but
know what
so
I'm
you're
gonna do
telling me,
exactly.
hey, Svetlana, you're saying that the world's not going to change. So that's being
No,
said out of love. You sounded pretty hopeless, honestly, like you were trying to talk me out of the inspiration
no,
I was offering.
it's a big hope for people who have full souls, because for us it's gonna be liberation. But it's again, we're not breaking free will. So if you, for example, Jack, decide to stay, nothing I can do. You're just gonna stay here, you know, and
Right.
you're gonna be experiencing consequences.
Where
Well,
else
Deadly
would we
everyone
go?
consequences.
Well, she said there's like a
This
portal or
universe,
something.
not only universe existing, because we existing in all universes at the same
Well,
time.
universe means one
That
verse.
this game.
Another adversarial dynamic from this hammer and sickle traitor, Jack.
No, here, there's
He's not
something,
American.
Paul. It's regardless of opinions, it's perfect timing. You know, it's another connection far off in different lands. And, you know, my goal is to share the message that the world is going to change,
Yeah,
regardless
next he's
of
going to tell
disbelief.
us Putin's going to bring in the Pleiadians, and if we just get on the damn ship, we'll be okay. I'm not having any of it.
I want to
Thank
talk
you
to
for your
Putin.
protection, Mr. White Gorilla. I greatly appreciate your protection.
No, don't start bootlicking in Talcott's presence. He always gets this sickened look on his face when you start it up.
I kind of tone him out as much as I can.
Well,
It's better
Jack,
for
we've been
everyone.
having a great conversation this whole time. Neither one of us has been talking shit at all. We've been friendly. We've been cordial. How are you going to turn somebody like it's almost like I've turned another cheek.
Yep. So
I mean, it happens to be I have opposite point of view in this case, and I will not change my point of view because I know
well,
what's gonna happen.
Svetlana, then I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you as politely as I can. You're a very confused lady because you came on here
We
while
will
top.
see in the end, Jack.
Certainly.
In the end, it's all gonna be known. Yes. We
Well,
will see, because I think you're
here,
part of the matrix.
you're, you can believe as you wish, my sister, but remember the thoughts are going to create your reality and your experience. And I know what is real for me and what I know. So
And in the end,
when
we're
I
gonna see
called
who is
you
the real creator
here,
is also,
sister,
you know.
I'm sorry for the pause. I was recapturing my thought. Where I called you delusional or confused, I don't remember the word I said, but you tried
I'm okay
convincing me
calling
my
you delusional
topic.
because I'm actually officially crazy, and I'm okay with that.
Well, fabulous, but I'm here literally. The topic
Because
is
I see
leadership.
delusions in you. It's like
Sister.
everything but popular is based.
The the topic is literally leadership, and you want to bring the opinion that leadership is evil. Now, if your mind cannot be convinced that you're confused, I'm happy to discuss your opinion, but leadership is not evil in and of itself. I'm sorry, maybe you've experienced different, but are you willing to discuss that?
Discuss what, Jack?
You made the statement confidently that leadership is evil.
I'm pretty sure I'm not confused actually, because I'm seeing part of creation. I'm able to create plants that I experiencing in Russia, and now they're all here. So we will see whose dream is stronger and who able to create better, because I'm creating destruction of this universe.
Well,
Is that
what
a
I'm
slam on
witnessing,
America?
And I'm happy about
hold
it.
on, Nubs. What I'm witnessing, sister, is that you're deflecting yourself, keeping the truth away from you. The conversation, the question was asked.
And again, I
If
do
you
not like
think,
to be called sister.
okay, my friend, whatever, my adversary, whatever you want to identify as, I don't really care, Svetlana. Leadership is good. It can be bad, but for you to hold this one-sided position, you are clearly trapped in the matrix, in the one-sided thinking of
You have
duality.
zero proof that leadership is good. It's always get to the corruption. Always.
Wrong.
Or
I
someone
have
get
many,
hurt from the
would you
leadership.
consider, if I offered example,
it's never benevolent. It's always
sister, that
bad,
you are
basically.
so confused. What about the story of
Somebody
Jesus?
telling you what to do, and that's what I'm against it.
Svetlana,
And
Svetlana,
someone always telling you what to do over here, and I don't need that shit anymore.
right. You don't have to do what you're told, but you can be a leader. You can be a leader who is not evil, can't you? Can you not change and prove yourself wrong? Because I'm willing to offer you support. If you're willing to do, if I can be if you want to be a leader where you are, if you're willing to take that role and help share information with others, and if I can support you somehow in that, please allow me to try.
Jack, I can't help but seeing the irony that she's taking the leadership role of getting this information out.
You know what the sun is? The sun is combination of captured souls. That's why soul is named for the sun in many, many languages. And at some point, the sun will release all those souls.
Okay. And so until then, shouldn't we live
And
with
that's what I'm
faith
seeing in my
and
dreams.
with love? Hey, actually, Svetlana, I really did want to bring this up. The story of Jesus,
you don't even
whether or not
have understanding of this realm, how your soul made, how your body made. You don't have understanding of any of the above.
no, actually, you don't know what I do and don't understand. I'm quite aware of many things in that realm regarding the theories of physics, quantum physics, and energies and the creation of soul and consciousness. I'm familiar with
just the word quant.
Oh, you're filled with disagreement, sister.
Something. Particle does not.
She's more disagreeable than I am, Jack.
I know, but I care about her more.
Well, that's mean.
Well, it's honest.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You are, and that is growth, Jack. I'm good with that. Honesty is the best policy.
Right. Nubs, I'm always honest. And in fact, that's where I was trying to get to with the leadership talk. For you to say that leaders are evil, And the Christians, this
I
is
didn't
where,
say that.
hold on. Okay, so then it's not applying to you. Let me finish, please? So this has been part of the Christian deception, in my opinion, my perspective, but listen to see for yourself. Jesus is the example of leadership. Simple as that. How have our collective standards dropped so frigging low? This Donald Trump, Joe Biden, what in the hell is going on in this world, this realm, this dimension, this time? What are we doing? Svetlana, I understand you've got these prophetic visions and these ideas that maybe things look dark, but please, I'm just offering you encouragement and light and hope, because until that dark demise, what do we want to do? We want to spend our time complaining and holding ourselves back, maybe preparing to die, whatever. Whatever, we're here to live. And if we're going to live, let's have fun living. I mean, I think that's the misinterpretation from the Christians. The gospel was the good news. There is evidence of a creator, a God who loves us. And, you know, if you follow the other traditions, apparently this was prophesied and foretold. But holy crap, man, by the time we were born, brothers and sisters, man, those translations got mixed. The records are there, though, and the truth is visible. The truth is we are. And if the news is even partially right, there's a lot of unnecessary suffering and chaos and violence, a lot of deprivation. Humanity is in kind of a sorry state, in my opinion. But I'm only one perspective. I do think we are here to change this world, and we're doing it. We're doing it, but we got to believe that God is with us. And if we believe God is with us, then we can have fun, and we can do it with love, man. Svetlana, can you accept some of that?
Sorry, I could not hear what you said, so I don't know what you're talking about at this moment.
No worries. God bless you. Please trust. Please
I just know
trust.
this entire world is built and rooted love, fear, hope, faith, desire, hatred, and much more. So basically, all those feelings we're actually trying to trigger. And the right feeling is basically just ignore everything and drop everything. You know, whatever idea is keeping you here, that's what's keeping you on this wheel. Soon if you figure out and let it go, then you're free, basically.
Svetlana.
But chasing the tail of the snake here and trying to change the world, that's the mistake. That's what keeping this world going for millions of years.
Svetlana.
And a lot of torture implied to a lot of people. Like, see,
Svetlana.
even the birth of the children is basically evil act, because everyone who's born.
Svetlana, I muted you because you're focusing on the evil. You're focusing on the problems and on the negativity. And the thumbnail tonight, victory comes from finding opportunities in problems. So I'd much rather have conversations on victory and success, some inspiration and encouragement. I'd rather have conversations about what is good and what more good we can create. So, hey, and that thumbnail, we could talk about that. Victory comes from finding opportunities in problems. Well, what's a victory? Victory is it's a completion. It's a fulfillment. It's when we've overcome a former challenge or a former obstacle. It's when those have been removed. That's what a victory is. We can find victories every day, and with victories, we find fulfillment. But if we don't set goals for ourselves, if we don't believe the problems can be overcome, man, then you just waste your time complaining and fucking blaming, drinking yourself to oblivion. Oh, wait, that was me, maybe not you. Paul, you talk about this regularly, this leadership, becoming the whole being, and that's what's going to change our world when more people start doing that.
So what is this being ultimately saying we do and not do?
I didn't get any actions or understanding. I just understand.
Svetlana person, what are we supposed to do and not do? Can we just boil it down? Is there a way?
Oops.
Fascinating.
I'm unable to unmute her now, but I don't know. Hey, I was thinking about leadership earlier because I know there's a lot of people who have opinions about me, but I'm leading myself. And whether people follow me or not, I really don't care. I've kind of been that way in different ways most of my life. Never really fit in it with anyone, so I kind of led myself through whatever. And it was when I became obedient, once I sold myself out to that fucking job, that's when my life really got miserable. So selfish. There's, I've been thinking about that in the future, man. Whoever joins me is going to have an adventure, especially in the relationship department, man, because, yeah, I've been prepared for many things. I look forward to this future, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know someday things are going to change. And when things change, Paul, there's going to be like a shift. It'll be an energetic shift that, like, I don't know, maybe it will just flood across like in an instant. But I think people will wake up and they'll be like, holy shit, what have we been doing? And then people like us that they've been ignoring and making fun of, wanting to lock up and throw away, God's going to bring them back, brother. And then we'll have to be nice and not do that I told you so stuff. Okay? I don't know if anyone is understanding me anymore. Do you guys have something to add? Should we wrap up? What should we do? Any suggestions? Hey, dumbass. It has already been a heck of an adventure. I'm not sure where that is. You know, I would love a woman's perspective on some of my thoughts on leadership. If there is a lady available who's willing, join the panel. Because part of leadership as a man or woman is learning when to follow and how to follow, how to be that, fill in that independent, and supportive role. And, you know, that's one thing about me. I've never minded if someone is qualified and I don't know, man. I have no problem letting others lead. But what I'd prefer to carry the responsibility and the burden for myself rather than have incompetence and then have to do more work or extra work just because there's some idiot making the choices. That happens quite a bit at the United States Postal Service, unfortunately.
Jack, what are these people? This is like the third person down there who's put up this narrative, right? That woman was babbling incessantly, wasting Jack's time and everyone else's. You don't think Jack would rather go sit in silence with himself and listen to her babble?
I welcome the fellowship, particularly with the feminine energy. But yeah, people want to paint a narrative about me, man. You too. It's like, whatever. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you know what? Fuck it. Have fun. And I think it'll be fun to, I think it'd be fun trying to figure out what it would look like if I'm in a room trying to help negotiate the end of wars. Who would I be talking to? I don't know, man. I do not know. Yes, NJ Jeep Girl, you've been a consistent fan. I love you. The King of Babel. I sometimes am, and I recognize that, but that's kind of why I started this YouTube adventure. No lie, I'd sit here by myself, talking to myself, laughing my ass off, having so much fun. And then a lot of the thoughts were kind of inspiring too. So I tried making notes and keeping track of my stuff. And I said, fuck it. I'm lazy. I'll do it the easy way. We'll let YouTube keep track of it. So this is where I found myself. Damn, there was a thought that just came back. I was thinking earlier. Oh, we are each on our own paths, whether we like it or not. We are leading ourselves into the future of our destiny or whatever, but we are leading ourselves. I paid real close attention to my own path, and I paid attention and noticed the things that really kind of transform my perspective and kind of help me figure myself out. I mean, that's one of the things Svetlana was saying is if you want to know God, you got to know your true self. She didn't let me get in there, but you got to go deep and know the true self. And the true self has all the power and yet no power. So I don't know. It's beyond. For those who might want some support, this is what I'm trying to do. For those who might want to help figure out the patterns of their own past, or maybe get some clarity on what's pulling me, what's guiding me, why am I on this path, this life journey? If you want some support with that, that's one of the things that I discussed with earlier. Someone offered some support, maybe helping develop things along those lines. So stay tuned to the channel and stay tuned to what's going on. We'll come out with some greater value and instruction soon. But the other side of that too is I got time, energy, the desire to help other people. I mean, that's why I invested in studying self-development and all this stuff, because I want to change the world. I can't do it myself. So I thought maybe if I got into this self-development, kind of try help encourage others to believe they can change the world. We'll fucking meet later and the world will be a better place. We'll all just go our different directions, making the world a better place. Golly geez, some of the comments, man. I'm assuming you're relating this comment to the conversation I'm sharing, Chuck, in Tennessee. Do you sniff glue, Jack? Not anymore. I don't know that I sniff glue. I used to eat the Elmers though when I was little. Holy shit. Some of the stories that humans do, does anyone feel like they're living Groundhog Day? Yes, I do. That's what I keep saying. I keep waking up. I'm like, holy shit, I'm still here. We're still here. So what are we going to do? I think we need to do a lot. I think Jack read a lot of books. Yes, go ahead.
May I ask you, what's the most recent innovation in your life? The thing that you've taken on anew most recently? Biggest change recently in your life?
Probably consistency in this effort. I mean, if that's what you mean. If that would answer what you're looking at.
Following through with something wholeheartedly is kind of a change.
No, that's not a change. I'm a very committed man. I see things through and I'm very loyal. One thing I have learned though in my past and with the challenges is I do not always control the timing. So, I mean, I've been pursuing the same goals since 2018. Have not given up. I've changed directions and the destinations have remained the same. But as far as innovations, again, I've reached deeper levels of surrender to the creator, to the future, because that's where my life is at now. All I do is focus on right now. Every moment from when I wake up till when I go to sleep. What am I doing and why am I doing it? And and then I allow myself to get caught up in the moments and enjoy what I'm doing, absorb, learn, participate. And I got a lot of stuff going, but I live a very comfortable life. I look forward to support. I mean, I got a mountain of stuff I want to tackle, but I haven't figured out what to do from where I am with what I've got.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be wonderful. I myself feel like sometimes it'd be nice to have like somebody to assist me. The only possible, what's up, Provocate? The only possible loop that I've seen to like make that happen faster is paying people. And that, that's a bit of a challenge, but it's, what's $15, $20 an hour if you spend it here and there and you do a good work with it? It's not that bad.
Amen. I've invested substantially and I've received well in some investments. Other times, man, I don't know what's going on with people. Even people I paid, they fail to fucking follow through with their words, and it's like, are you kidding me? But
oh yeah, you had to find someone you trust. That's the hard part, right? Even if you pay them.
Right. Well, and for whatever reason, people have not trusted me, and so I know I know what the problems have been with all of the different things I've tried, but I don't know what the solution to change it is.
Well, if people have a hard time trusting you, it's probably because you have a hard time trusting yourself, would be my guess. But
That's a wise discernment, but I've looked and tried to figure out what I'm not, what is blocking, because I do believe our consciousness and energy, there's all of this stuff, and we will subconsciously create these blocks to prevent ourselves from success or wealth or relationships, whatever. And I've been trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing. But again, I've had to kind of humble myself that if this is true, if there is some significance in my path, well, then I just got to trust that it's God's timing and it's God's plans, and it'll all work.
and the only hiccup I've seen there is that sometimes we have to put in the work. We want God to do it because we want to do the right thing, for sure. So we look to God, but eventually we just have to pick it up and take the lead sometimes. So be it. We could say it like that. Sometimes we have to take that initiative because God wants to see what we'll come up with.
I agree. Yeah, some of the things I've tried to accomplish is what people use as evidence to question my sanity, because I've taken efforts and put time and energy where, the chances of success would be pretty small, but it's because I've run out of other ideas, man. I started with all the logical stuff, the low hanging fruit, the way that I thought I could start growing and succeeding. And those ways didn't work. But this is what I've said before too. My failures actually increased my faith in God. Because somehow, even after losing everyone and all this stuff, through all the chaos, and even after all the failed attempts and the failed investments, I was still comfortable. I was still safe. There was no reason to fear or be angry, because that just wastes time. And I was kind of done wasting time. That's the whole point. When we choose to live, time becomes important. And time really is our most valuable, most limited commodity. Time is what we are. And that's what I figured out for myself. The whole Zen, the Buddhic Zen philosophy of flow, it's just maintaining presence regardless of the conditions. And then the way I view the Christed way is not only presence, but gratitude, right? Maybe gratitude and generosity in every moment. I don't know. I just know that gratitude is the practice that I've been developing for myself, and gratitude, it is the key to happiness. And through gratitude, we show our praise. And if we want to follow the Christed way and increase our faith, we'll have faith, have gratitude, have praise for the Creator. And and I heard that in one of those sermons I go to. Praise is the best way to overcome fear. Praise of yourself. Why you believe you can overcome, why you believe you can achieve that, why you believe that relationship will happen, whatever. Because that was another one of my notes. Oh no, that's where I put it. The what,
I
when,
have
and
some
how.
good news, Jack. I have some good news, but
Please.
we're gonna get you in front of the UN. I actually have somebody that's gonna come up that's a representative of the UN. You know, we've went deep into the whatever you want to call it. We found it through the aggregate. We're gonna spawn him in here. You're gonna get, you're gonna have a little UN fucking conversation. He's British though. I'm sorry.
Cage, you are an interesting character as well, man. Hey, I look forward to it, and thank you. Thank you. Whatever helps create this reality, man. Hey, this is
How the
the
fuck
thought.
do you do this shit without laughing, bro? You're sick of your fucking the role you're playing, bro. You fucking idiot, bro.
Hey, back to the leadership. This is something I know. It's just common sense too. The what, when, and how are going to be led by your why, and your why, that's special to you. That's your gift. That is what you are moving yourself forward to. There we go. We can stay, lead, or follow. We can advance, retreat, or fortify. Myself, I want to lead. I want to advance forward into a better world. And I don't know. I think it's going to happen one way or another.
Are you
Don't
high
you?
tonight, Jack?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
are you
not.
sure? He smokes a.
I'm just high on life. I mean, serious. Just break it down. Simplicity in your mind. Okay? Every day throughout the moments and hours of every day, we get to choose how we feel. So do you want to be afraid, or you want to be grateful? You want to be angry, or you want to be whatever? You
Well,
can
to
be
live
whatever you
without
want to
fear.
be.
To live without fear is a great one because any negative emotion always stems from fear. Right? There's either fear or love, and those are the two main ones, which is true. And then everything negative spawns from that.
Right,
There's
kind of
some-
like me sitting here not saying anything, just kind of like running Jack's show from the back scenes. Yet they got to create restreams and then start shitting on me from secondary channels. So I just fucking cut them right off, Jack. I hope you don't mind. Because we don't need to create a place here where folks restream just so they can go around chat and talk shit from a secondary chat where I can't stop it, right? If you want to come here and be a part of what Jack's doing, it's not about me here. This isn't my broadcast. It's not a place to hate on me. It's not a place to suck my dick in public. So do it somewhere else, right? This is real simple.
Hey, brother.
So I can't bootlick?
Not
Well-
here. Not here. It's not appropriate.
But Paul, that's what you want, though.
No, preferably the bootlicking is elsewhere. But Paul, I support and I agree with you. Amen. You've been kind enough to join and offer your support. Fuck yeah, man. I'm not here to have you disrespected either. What do we do, man? How do we get the enforcers, like, maybe to point their eyes at the people harassing us? What do you think?
Inspire them. You inspire them. You write the right piece of propaganda about who to look for and why they should do it and why it's a good idea and why it'll make them feel good about themselves and their purpose in life, and they'll follow through.
That's actually what I hope to do.
We could train mosquitoes. They're pretty vicious.
I'd much rather focus on training humans first. They seem to be a greater problem than mosquitoes.
I think it'd be easier to train mosquitoes, though.
For sure.
It probably would be.
I mean, let's be honest. At least mosquitoes have a purpose. They're bloodsuckers from the get-go. Humans will tell you they're not bloodsuckers, but then when you're sitting there without any blood and looking, saying, what the hell just happened? Well, now you know.
Well, some of them, when they're desperate for energy because they don't know where to get it, because they don't know the source of their creation, of course.
Humans alive today, we are a very confused species. And the confusion, it's been passed down generation to generation. It's been spread and profited from. But like I said, I was watching it, just a reminder, even though you know history, still look at some of these documentaries and stuff that are out there, man, just as reminders. Some of this corruption, holy shit, it's just so blatantly obvious.
Yeah. That way we turn and, look
Have
for
you-
the truth, right? Go, Kate.
Have you heard of Have you heard of the experiment with the fleas, where you can put a flea in a container? A flea can normally jump. It has the highest vertical of any bug or animal or anything like that. It can normally jump 36 inches, right? But if you put it in a container, it'll keep jumping and hit its head until it learns, or it's a learned behavior. So it'll start jumping right before it hits the roof of its container. And even if you let these things breed after, right, you can open up the jar, and eventually, even like the next generation, they will not jump higher than, escape their fucking container, because they're fucking brainwashed to the point where, it's like genetic memory, and it's also seeing how other people and the people around you are behaving.
Yeah, it's like epigenetics or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and that's exactly how humans are too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Have you ever,
man,
Jack? Have you ever looked at the study on the rats of NIM, the National Institute of Mental Health? I'm not talking about the movie or anything like that. So,
right.
Yes,
that's an interesting fucking study about animals that interact like humans.
There's been there's a lot of evidence that shows similarities between the animal behavior and human behavior. Tribe world leaders certainly aren't looking for what Jack wants to offer. Wake up, people. Yep, no shit. And please wake up, people. Right. The world leaders, those people who have power today, they don't want to hear what I have to say. So should we just let them get away with what they want?
Mental illness out here writing haikus in the comments.
Hey,
well, Jack, the only power is the power of having enough people agree with something. If enough people agree with something, that's the power of it all. Yeah. It's get enough people to believe in one thing. Yeah.
That's
so
where
if you want to combat
challenge...
that, talking to people isn't going to do shit. What you have to do is you have to kind of plant seeds into people's minds, let them germinate naturally, and that's all you can really do. Talking to these like leaders, and it's not going to work. If they wanted to hear anyone with common sense, it would have already happened. But anyone with that and anyone who has pull, guess what happens to them? They get fucking disappeared, bro. Two to the back of the head when you least expect it. And that's how it goes. So you have to play the game in a certain way.
Yeah, you don't want their power. You don't seek what they have. You create your own thing. You don't want and desire their things. That's theirs, and that's when you get in the back of the head when you go after what's theirs. So you create something different. You do something new.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I don't disagree with anything you guys are saying, really, but Cage, what you said about the message and all that, that's where my mind is going. I think that I'm going to come back to you for some of the ideas you were mentioning before about growing. I'm not ready to pursue that, learning that stuff yet, but I'm seeing it soon.
I just had a thought, and take it for what it is. If you were to go out and plant 5 million seeds in 5 million different minds, right? Wouldn't they be almost forced to bring you in as a representative to the UN if you had 5 million people behind you? That would take a lot of action. It would definitely take a lot of action on your part. And I'm not being facetious or anything. Like, I'm not bullshitting with you. I'm being legitimate. So I hope you hear the words and discard what your emotions are towards me. But in all honesty, that would be the way. That would be the one way that I could actually see you getting into the UN, because you would
I
be
agree.
invited, as
Brother.
opposed to forcing your way in. Like I said, it's
Yep.
going to come with a lot of fucking cost. If you remember what I was talking about earlier, counting the costs, those are the costs that you're going to have to count. And that's for you to decide, not for me to judge. Yep. Nevertheless, that would be the way that you would get in if I could see it. Maybe I'm
Nubs, you're
blind.
right. Hey, no, that's partly why I'm here. It's not just if we can get the support in numbers, but you know what? Connections can open doors like you wouldn't believe. And I trust that, there's unlimited possibilities to make this happen. I don't know what God's got planned, but I agree. The goal is to become invited. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
67, 679 Smith down there.
Good, thank you. How about yourself?
That's how I quit for when I had to quit too. Edibles.
2 days. Good job, brother. Glad to hear that. And focus, please.
Hey, good
on
job, Smith. Get off that shit, man. That shit's poison and it's fucking you all up.
Focus on how much better you might feel. I bet it feels a lot better waking up the next morning. And, if you can keep that good feeling with you, God bless, man. Those spirits, they poison. Holy shit. I remember being trapped there. I searched for happiness in the bottom of I don't know how many damn bottles. Budweiser never fucking delivered.
I hear they have no problems with deliveries now. Fully stocked.
Dude, after I stopped drinking, I started learning about health. And then I started learning about all the chemicals and crap that's in all this major brand, Budweiser, MGD, all that. Dude, chemicals and poisons, man. They make a lot of profits.
They put it throughout the food system too.
Yep.
From the bottom to the top, it's everywhere.
Even the clothes that you fucking wear, everything.
Good
How
to
we use
avoid,
detergent and that seeps into your skin. It's a multifaceted attack on every level, pretty much.
It's been brilliant, brilliantly executed. This corrupted legal system, guys, we've got this is our chance to change it. We can do something better. We just got to get the attention of I don't know who. I gotta
I don't know. All I know is this: fucking Jack would be fucking hilarious to do mushrooms with. Imagine doing mushrooms with Jack. That would be fucking hilarious.
I'd be down. I would so be down to do mushrooms with Jack.
Dude, we could have some fun.
Paul on mushrooms too. That should be hilarious, bro.
No, think about it. Think about the potential of conversation and recording. We could have hours of fucking content between me and Jack if we were both fucked up on mushrooms. Oh God, that would be so much fun.
I just realized Jack laughs exactly like Max B. You ever hear Max B laugh?
Who's Max B's a rapper that got
No, that first part.
Oh, no.
If you know him, you know him. He's a rapper person, street person.
He's a rapper.
Move along. It was nonsense. Sorry, Jack. I completely ruined your flow. I'm a horrible person.
Fucking derailer.
You keep introducing me to different talents and stuff, man.
Rest
in peace,
Max B. Max B. He got his fucking wig peeled, unfortunately.
Max B got killed?
Didn't he? I thought a long time ago. I'm pretty sure
Cage, just like Cage pronouncing people dead on a live broadcast who haven't died. Thank you, Cage. Another service you provide, I guess.
Well,
Well, all
hopefully,
he needs to do is a deep fake video, and it's true. Just ask fucking what's his name from Tesla.
Max B got fucking, or he's in jail or something. He either dead or went to jail.
Yeah, he went to prison for what seems to be a frame up.
So he okay, yeah. His boy died though. That's for sure.
When you were talking about plants earlier and the how the genetics carry down, like it reminded me of plants and how fascinating they can be. Where broccoli, collards, Brussels sprouts, kale, they all came from this mustard green.
Cruciferous vegetables.
They're what?
They're cruciferous, I think is how it's
The word
pronounced.
is cruciferous.
Yes, that's the word.
People are illiterate and disgusting.
Yes.
Your vocabulary is just fucking amazing. I mean, it's quite impressive.
Fuck.
Jack, when you look like me naked, you have to be good with the words. You know?
He snorts dictionaries like I snort boot leather.
Hey, I'd heard that about the broccoli and stuff, though, just recently. But, I mean, consider that, too. We are the benefit, this generation, good and bad. We are the benefit of a lot of things. The development of bananas, the development of all these mass-produced and readily available agriculture. Humanity has done some pretty cool stuff.
Fucking Paul, how does he come up with that shit, bro?
What?
I was taking what Paul said earlier. You know what I mean? It's fucking hilarious. Man, this guy, get this guy on a fucking stage and shit. He has to start doing stand-up, Paul. God damn.
Well, maybe if everyone would spend more time promoting me instead of hating on me and trying to diminish me, maybe I'd be on a stage somewhere. Sitting down, of course, because I can't stand up.
Oh,
we got
another own Benjamin over here.
We can
this
make
is
it
the start of something new.
Yeah, the difference between me and Owen Benjamin is I freely admit I've done heroin. He says he didn't do it till he says he did it. Then forgets he's on the internet and it's all recorded.
I hate it when that happens.
I hate it when I lie about my heroin use, man. I have to learn about, not to do that anymore.
I think that was Carl that I saw that information from actually in one of his videos. As much as he gets hate out here, he was calling that Owen Benjamin early.
Why the fuck would you... I don't even understand how people get to the point where they're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to shoot up some fucking heroin. Like, how fucking retarded do you have to be? It makes no sense to me at all. How does it happen? Who are you hanging around and what kind of a mind state are you in? Like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, man. This life is so much fun. Thanks to you, Paul. Hey, and I agree. Paul, I want to try and help that. I want to help Paul and I to get on stage, like these big comfy fucking chairs so we can just sit and chill and share some wisdom with people.
Just find a place and I'll build a stage. We'll do it from the fucking ground up. Let's do this.
Bro, but you guys are living in La La Land. You don't know how to fucking deal with this reality. But come on, bro. You know how to do it. It's just, you don't want to put in the effort.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Maybe it's not for you. I don't know. It's not very difficult to do, though. If you wanted this shit to happen, it already been done.
Are you sure?
Well, you did start somewhere at the same time, but yeah.
Pretty sure about that. Right, you guys like using the word inept, right? You don't want to be inept. You want to be an adept. Yeah.
What if this is just the early stages of the growth, which is what I've been saying? Because I don't see... I love you guys. And I encourage you, stay tuned. Do the
Jack, what the
subscribe
fuck have you
thing.
been smoking tonight? I know you're high as a fucking kite.
For real, Jack.
Hey, dumbass.
Cage, real quick, Cage, you said something. I caught an earlier broadcast that was said about you. You have a federal license to grow and stuff, and then you started to mention something about treating this and then you stopped. That somebody cut you off. Are they fucking treating medical marijuana or medical cannabis with some shit we don't know about?
Probably.
No, I was saying what I was saying is I was going on when they legalize it, they monopolize it, and they're irradiating it and spraying it with certain chemicals that are allowed.
That
Yes,
was the
for most
word,
of them.
irradiating. What do you mean by that? Specifically, please.
They pump radiation to kill microbes in order for the cannabis to pass the testing for microbes.
For white flies, for fucking microbes, for fucking
Microbes and mold and that, you know.
okay, mold, bacteria, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
how does that affect us? The irradiating the fucking plant.
You're smoking some radiation shit. It's obviously not going to do anything good for you.
And that's pretty much across the board. They're doing this in the industry now.
Pretty much, yeah. They're also they're using things like something called, I think it's called Eagle 10 or Eagle 20. I forget something like that. It's crazy. Like they're using certain things. When you burn the shit, it turns into cyanide gas.
Paul, can you fucking play that? These people are fucking sick thing.
Yeah, this is all this guy does is come up and give us a list of things we should be afraid of. And then he says, hey, you got to be adept, right?
No, I'm saying you make your own shit. You fucking smoke blunts like they're fucking free. It's like air or something to you. Grow your own shit. I don't understand what. I'll send you seeds.
It's natural tobacco, you fuck slave.
But I'm saying it's weed. Either way, grow your own weed, regardless, or your own tobacco.
You are growing weed for you fuck slave.
I can send you seeds. It's for your own personal use. I can send you seeds. I can even hook you up. I used to have an online store.
I don't want anything from you.
We can give you the stuff for a wholesale price.
Give it to someone else, and they'll give it to me third party. I don't want anything directly from you.
I already know everything about you, Paul. I know you more than you know yourself. Unfortunately.
So, in regards to the chemicals and stuff, I actually had my private applicator's license for pesticides at the age of 15 in the state of Pennsylvania. I had to do a lot of fucking research on what those chemicals do. You don't want them in your body. You don't want to smoke them. You don't want to touch them. There's not a single chemical out there on the market that is going to be beneficial to ingest in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's for sure, right? Never mind smoking this shit, because when you burn this stuff, it produces byproducts that are even worse, you know? Yeah,
very much so. That's why the MSDS, they're fucking like, they're like dictionaries themselves, and that's just one chemical. I used to have to carry around like 10 or 12 fucking manuals, and basically it was all just to make sure I knew what to do if some shit went down. It was nasty. I'll never fucking spray again in my life, I'll tell you that.
Hold on 1 second, Nibs creature. Hey, dumbass. Yeah. No one gets privileges around here. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean Jack's not going to call you dumbass. And if he's not, I damn sure am. Nobody's muting you.
You can't put the pussy on the
These
pedestal.
are quiet, cage slave. Svetlana did this last. No, I'm speaking. Man, Jack, is there room in the back? There's plenty of room back there, right? Yeah, he's still babbling. Yeah, go hang in the back for a second. Svetlana did this last night. It's always the godly folks who are right about to ascend who make up all the paranoid conspiracy theories, how everyone's out to get them. She said she couldn't hear nothing last night while she was breaking up in her signal, but it was everyone else's fault, and they were doxing her, right? So either we were doing it or the government was doing it. It's not that she's probably poor and broke. Some Russian, well, I'm not going to get into it. Okay, I was going to say whore.
Dobre wiecie, Svetlana.
hold on, sir, please. Let me just get this out. It's been very sparse this whole broadcast. I barely had to speak, but this is out of hand. What I see going down there, accusing Jack of all types of censorship and control and muting. It never happened, lady. Okay, so get it together. Go ahead, Jack.
I
You
did
guys are
mute
so
her.
fucking stupid, bro. It's unbelievable. You guys are fucking. it's entertainment, you know. But yeah, it's my favorite Blavatsky slave. You know, allow the Blavatsky slaves. Allow. Come on, we need a little theosophy on this stream, right?
Oh yeah, see this filthy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do it, Jack. This filthy little whore. How
Where
dare
did this
you?
come from?
How
Yeah.
dare you? This is what they all do now. This is the new narrative. I seen you are looking at stripper ass. I seen you are looking. Right. So you seen me looking at Verily's ass. Isn't it amazing how all the women are supposed to be like unified and support each other and not like demean each other? And then they want to go, she's a whore, she's a stripper. Fuck
Bro,
that
women
bitch.
hate each other the most, bro. What are you talking
How is this still going on this one?
Just did
Hey.
muted me. I have picture of it.
I did mute her because there was noise coming from the back. Golden Renaissance. First I muted Nubs, and then it wasn't him. Then I did mute Golden Renaissance, and then I heard rustling around at the same time from Svetlana. So yes, Svetlana, I muted you because of the background noise. Now, had you clicked the button yourself, God bless you. And Paul, yep, some of these people that consider themselves very spiritual, very ascended, holy shit, they come into my life and they act like they're God themselves. And
Well, I'm tired of the hypocrisy. Everybody's so self-righteous. They're all ascended masters. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That's
And they're gonna get on
theosophy
here.
shit.
Thank you, sir. Just always choose to speak when I'm speaking. That's the best option. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Okay, so she's not a stripper. She is not stripper. Okay, she is simply a woman who likes to come on here and get in everybody's ego with me, and she doesn't mind showing her body because she's done it in the past. A lot of women have done it in the past. Are they all whores? Are they all bad and evil? What kind of like timeline are we on here? Right? Where nobody's redeemable except for you because you're like right there. You're right about to ascend, you know, but you got nothing but just like ignorance. Every time I've seen you on panel, you won't take any new information. You won't answer any question directly. You have no boiled down narrative. You just pretty much ignore everything everyone has to say and push your fucking nonsense with no results, right? And we never get to see you either. So is it because you're not hot enough to be stripper? Is that why you're angry? Or what is it? Right? Because like most of the women I know, one way or the other, they pretty much like to be looked at sometimes by some people. They like to be sexy.
Paul, can you
Go
finish
ahead,
this
sir.
before? Yeah, can you finish this before the borscht like cools down?
Yeah, I'd rather you not hurry me along. I have my own flow.
You have to eat the borscht.
No, me and Jack are doing our thing, and you're not even a part of that. You barely even exist in our reality, right? We just allow you to be here to soak up this goodness.
Amen.
I'm the architect, bro. I'll put you back in your cage. I'll put you back in your little gorilla cage, bro.
Oh, I love that too, Paul. That was me, Cage. The people that think they have such relevance just because they think some thoughts and they I don't know, man. I don't know.
The borscht is still lukewarm, so we're back to eat. Yeah.
Well,
right, but this is why I love, right? Like this Sherelle Snow person, I'm not going to get into it. It's just that I see what happens, right? The back and forth where, you know, 1 second it's like, oh my God, we're silencing women's voices. Why is no one deferring to her when she's just rambling on and on and on? Then she'll turn around and backbite on pretty much all women for their behaviors at one point or another. And then you have to make a decision. Would you rather be in a camp with a man the man like me who supports everybody's personal choice and freedom and not dividing and disempowering and degrading? Or do you want to be in a camp with who's your gender, who does shit like that, right? So you want to play gender?
That's another.
Thank you, sir. I was just almost done there. I was right on the end of it.
All right, we're fucking finished already.
Right, I know, but you're not important, right? See, me and Jack,
but
we're
you
very
are,
important.
right? You think you're important.
See, that's the thing. I was just about to tell him, and he won't even listen to me
know.
tell him how unimportant he is and how important we are. Okay? Me and Jack are pretty important people. We're so important you're here right now, following us, begging us to be part of this discussion. And now I'm humiliating you and putting you in the back. So we're in the power position. You're not. Stop trying to take it over. Don't outshine the masters. Okay? It's like rule the power, number one. Don't outshine the masters. It's 48 laws. Now
You're pretty delusional.
No. See, you're doing it now, man. You're doing it even right now.
Fine.
There's 50 laws now because Curtis Jackson added 2.
If you think you're the master, how much you want to bet within a? I'm not even gonna get into it, but I'm not because it doesn't matter. I want to do it either way. But it's yeah, you're a bit delusional, my friend.
Right, and we would have any reason to believe you or listen to you. Why? And that was a little bit of Matt speak, right? You remember if you used to watch Friends, he had a thing called Matt speak, where he'd go up at the end of everything. You know, fans of comedy understand this. It's sarcasm, right? So when I go, we would listen to you. Why? That's me saying, like, there's no way anyone would fucking listen to you or follow what the fuck you have to do or say. So you don't even come on camera and show your face. You're another Svetlana. You're the male version. We never see you. We don't know where you are, what you're doing, but you're quite sure you got all the answers, and we should believe you. Why? See what I did there?
You have seen me. You know what I look like. Not everybody wants to be a fucking
right. And I've seen enough. I saw one picture of you, and I've seen enough.
All right, monkey. All right, run around.
Oh, see, now you're getting hateful. Now you're calling names. Choose love, brother. You're getting hateful. I don't want to remove you. I'm just speaking truth. You're being hateful.
What? You're gonna remove me in some way that's humiliating me? Like, I think you're humiliating.
No, we already
yourself,
did that.
bro.
We already did that. You want me to continue?
You're humiliating yourself. You think?
No.
I'm shutting your whole fucking shit down right now.
Help him out, Jack.
No, right. We can. I don't know what's going on here, honestly. Paul, you were keeping them entertained. I was entertained with the chat. Cage.
So aggressive, bro. You're
no,
abrasive.
no, Cage.
I
Cage,
love your messages.
Cage. We'll get along much better when you listen. Because when you listen, then you're going to understand better. And when you understand better, holy shit.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, Jack? I listen to everything. Like, no matter every word that comes out of your mouth, I'll be able to recall all of you. And I hold you accountable to all the words that people speak, even me. You know what I mean? So
I want to believe that. However, I've seen things that make me question the accuracy of those words, because I know my experience and I know the things I say can be triggering. You know, it'd be no way, that's crazy and blah, blah. And I've heard, Cage, you run around and you're very generous with your accusations, man.
And stupidity. You're generous with that too. You just kind of give that out wherever it's received.
I'm generous with a lot of things, you know.
Fair enough. I'd agree, but I'd caution you in the number of accusations, okay, and predictions that you want to make, particularly about other people, because, well, we can do all sorts of things together.
I know what's going on, Jack. You know, I don't hold anything. I don't hold any thought or any way of thinking completely in stone, right? Everything is mutable. Everything changes. You know, I'm not.
I believe that.
I'm not locked into one way of thinking. So.
Good. I actually I trust that. I do trust that about you. But here's what I do want you to consider. Some of the advice you've offered tonight has been smart as far as what people can do on their own, even as far as growing the natural herbs and stuff themselves. That's an option. But the other option is we come together. And I think we've got the talent, we've got the messages, we've got the wisdom here available. Even if we don't like each other, we love the truth.
Exactly. I like that.
So let's figure out how to get some quality messages out. Figure out how to like light a fire or put some fires out, whichever way you want to go.
Well, we gotta keep the fire going. We have to add some more wood to it. Keep the embers going.
Fuel to the fire for the incentive of change. So what's the incentive of change? It's the desire. We've got to desire a better future. We've got to say, nope, the fucking past was not good enough. It's time for better. I mean, that's what we had to do with our habits, with our addictions. We had to say, fuck this. Enough. Time for a change.
I got to ask a question here. Because I never really looked in because I never bothered to look because it's very unimportant. It's just disembodied voice and presentment. But hey, dumbass, what is that thing you got there as a symbol? Is that some kind of like stage there? Some kind of ritual? Hypercube? What do you got going on there? Yeah, okay. Now the guy who wants to fucking interrupt me constantly, I have to wait.
All right, I was muted for a second. Okay.
Yeah, what is that?
Down.
Well, no. What is that?
It's a cage.
That's a cage?
Yes, it's from
really
something called. It's something you've never seen the animation called In the Shadows. You'd love it. You should look into it actually, because it animates.
It's a lot like the thing on top of Saturn.
It animates. It's from an animation, and this animation, what it does, it's a story. It has no words. It's just music and
no. This all kind of fits, right? It's like devilish presentment, like always.
What it is,
masters and 33rd degree Masons has a hypercube Saturn alien square, calls it a cage, but the cage is really an energetic cage because it's Shaitan and it's energy matrix. Yeah, I knew you the moment that I laid eyes on you and felt you. And that's why you have resistance with me, because you're a servant of the God of this world.
Paul, I even said before, I want the best.
No, you are, because you said you go to your lawyer, buddy, and he gets all your cases removed for you, right? So it's not what you know, it's who you know in this hole, isn't it?
You need to get a Jewish lawyer. Come on. L'chaim,
I would love to see you face to face, motherfucker.
The other day you gave me a metaverse hug. What happened to that, bro? No metaverse hug, no?
I do trust Cage actually does have good intentions, but the symbolism is a little makes you question.
It's something called some of the patterns. It's an animated thing that shows like reality and how we're all like slaves. Social engineering, it shows all of that.
They always got a reason. They always got some bullshit reason, and it's whether they know it or not.
We can pull it up right now and look at it.
You are the cage. You're in the cage.
I'm gonna look it up.
I've been saying for months, I think that he's AI. He's not even a real person.
Cage is AI himself.
No, I've seen him on video once, and he's too disconcerting to be AI. He's too slovenly and homely.
Have you seen Mark Zuckerberg, though? Like, the early models weren't perfect. They had to work out the
code. That is true. Okay. I'm questioning now. You're taking me there.
Yeah, Gen 1 was
I'm going to admit, I am an AI. I programmed myself in 2019.
Gen 2 is the Musks, right?
You're a devil worshiper. That's the bottom line.
No, I'm not.
No, you are. You're a Kabbalistic devil worshiper, and that's why you're always talking that. Yeah, that's why you see how they. Do you see how they giggle and crack up laughing?
It's that Jafar laugh, man.
Right? When they call me a Kabbalistic devil worshiper, do I crack up laughing and with this maniacal laugh? So that's how you know. You go, hey, you're a Jezebel harlot. They crack up laughing like that with that demonic.
I think you need to throw that legion into a bunch of pigs.
The Kabbalistic devil worshiper is calling me one, so it's like I just find it funny. What else do you want me to do?
No, you're one of them. I've known that from day one.
Takes one to know one, Paul.
No, I'm not one.
There is a reason. There is a reason we've all come together, and I think that's the game of life. We get to figure out why. What are we going to do? Welcome, Dick.
Cage, why are you a Kabbalistic devil worshiper?
I don't know. Why? Because I don't have access to that really good green tea like you. Maybe if I had that green tea, I could change my ways.
Maybe if you had more drugs, you wouldn't be evil. Is that what you're saying?
No, green tea.
Just something to give him a little perk in his step. That's all he's saying.
I feel like
a little stimulation.
Kabbalistic death worshippers And devil worshippers are just punk ass cowards. You want to get right down to it? They just got the spirit of their
I'm the
mama.
opposite of that. I look at the fucking devil, I laugh in his face, slap the fuck out of him.
You don't even come on camera. Get on camera right now. Funny boy.
Yeah, Cage, show us your
Look at
face.
the devil and laugh. Get on camera and laugh, funny boy.
We want to see that pretty face. Show us how good you look.
No, he can't come on camera because he's got his lawyer buddy. Who
I've seen him
He
before.
can't reveal himself and his lawyer buddy.
You guys seen what I look like, okay?
You're grotesque.
I don't want. I like working.
You're even a demonic energy in presentment. That's why you don't want to come on camera because it's going to be clear right away.
I'm probably one of the best people you've ever met in your entire life, and you have no idea.
I don't accept that claim. Thank you for putting that forth. Thank you for clarifying. You're one of the best people I've ever met in my life.
I guarantee it. I'm probably somebody who can help you more in your life than anyone else. Like, I know you don't need any help.
Show yourself, demon.
I'm not a demon.
Napalm is teasing.
Come on, bro. You know I'm not too.
Well, but here's the thing that I question. I mean, what good is it to say I've got all this available that I could help you with? I'm a lot of value to you. But instead of sharing the value, I'm just going to offer.
Well, let's get to work. Like
then meet some cash app and some dick pics.
Like we pretty much. It has to be an equal exchange of.
I thought you were helping here.
And energy, bro.
I didn't realize that we were.
Can you guys stop sexualizing Jack Talcott? I'm getting tired of that too.
You're just jealous that other people are trying to merge with him, right?
You already went through enough of that, guys. Do not put that on him anymore.
I just got here.
That was back in the 80s. Don't bring it back now.
You don't even remember the 80s, son.
I wasn't even born.
Sir, can you take your virtual background down? It's really cool and we love it, but it's causing your screen to lag because you're poor and broke. You're spending too much money on monogamy. Excuse me. So yeah, it's causing you to lag in like one of those Japanese films where the voice comes after the mouth moves.
I could do that, but I'm just that sort of defiant person that I'm not going to for about 5 more minutes.
Right. Expounded ego. I got it. It's very fragile, so we'll move along and then it'll just kind of disappear and I'll know. You and I'll know.
That's fine. I see the game that you're playing. It's not going to work. So about probably 10 minutes now.
Okay. Hey, listen, if you want to look like you're in a foreign film, that's fine. It doesn't affect me in my presentment. I'm doing great.
Yeah. At least
Trying
it
to help
sounds
you
like.
out.
At least it sounds like there's.
I only need Cage's help.
There we go. That answers. There's some explanation. The defiant.
What's your background there, Blow State? You got a cross and it says something.
What is that? You're a Kabbalah Satan worshiper, bro. What is that in the background?
Yeah, what's going on there? What are you trying to say with all that symbolism and
like all symbolism, it's open to
occult
interpretation.
imagery?
You're a Kabbalist, bro.
What is your interpretation?
Cage, don't deflect on me, you AI demon.
I'm saying it as a joke, obviously.
But this is definitely the worst color background for my shirt.
Now, wait a second. I'm seeing that this man has horns. So either he's a demon or he's Israeli. So we're going to have to verify.
Maybe a mixture of both. You know?
One has horns and the other has a little hat.
Right. And I do see you're wearing a head covering, but not the typical head covering.
Not the typical one of God's chosen people. That's correct.
I'm confused.
I am too.
What they do, Jack, they come here to cause confusion and confounding sentiment.
I know. That is what the agent of chaos is.
It's all because you don't want to speak at the UN.
Nowadays, Paul, it's not even causing confusion because if you go up, have you ever seen those videos where they go up to average university students and ask them like a basic math question, like 9 times 3, and they have no idea what the fuck it is? You know what I mean? It's like people don't even know how to do basic math nowadays. It doesn't really take much to confuse them. It's not really confusing them. It's presenting information that they have no capability of understanding because they're completely engineered. They're completely dopamine affected by these like less than 1 minute videos pulsing into their fucking brain.
But Cage,
Yeah.
those people aren't here right now, so the confusion isn't their fault.
That's why it's,
Most of us on here, we're like, bro,
we can still talk shit
literally-
about
you
them.
can write out the truth and hand it to them in a fucking goddamn gift, wrap it up properly, hand it to them, deliver it to their fucking head, and they will not even fucking utilize it or do anything with it at all. Like,
What about
people are
you?
so fucked. Me? What about me? Me personally, I'm young. What I've done, I came from absolutely nothing. What I did was I utilized what I could around me.
AI.
And I got my family out of this fucking shit since a young age, and I made sure everything around me is better than when I came into it. You know, so that's the most I
Translation:
can do.
he's sucking Masonic dick to get ahead in the business world.
Translation: we should probably pull out a Pharaoh on him.
Take care of his filthy Israeli family. That's why he won't. He's another one. I've seen him. He tries to. They all do the same thing too. Like they try to act like they're Italians, and I take offense to that. I'm half Italian. All you Zionist Israeli scum, stop pretending to be Italians. Okay, we don't believe you.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Enough.
At what?
People
At the
pretend.
lineage, the lineage and the people I have around me. It has nothing to do with getting in with any of these things. I'm my own person. I don't have to do any of that. That's the funny part. You know, I can still be my own man and live in my own reality without clicking up with certain people. Like, you know, because most people do that because they're cowards, because they cannot stand by themselves, so they have to go and group up with a bunch of people.
Sound like a
or
race
feel more
trader to me.
powerful.
I'm
I don't do
curious.
that.
Who are you talking about, though?
Do you guys connect to people though? You have people you're connected to, or just the limited few?
Everything's there. You know, there's what's that word again? Everyone's connected through 6 people. There's a law for that.
Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees.
Here he
Yeah,
goes
man.
again. He's doing
6 degrees of
Kabbalistic
separation.
sorcery again. Get him out of here, Jack.
There's 6
Sick of this
degrees of
demonic
separation.
scum.
How is that Kabbalistic and demonic?
Here you go with the
Well,
whole 6
I'm not-
6 6 putting us all in bondage.
Well, yeah.
That laugh ain't helping you though, Jafar.
You're a synagogue of Shaitan. You're an Israeli fake Italian Zionist. Get out of here. You won't come on
Cage-
camera and show yourself because you got horns.
Bringing all this AI shit.
There are
Always
more
looking
red
to
flags
reform.
showing. Yes, it's like, huh?
That's why those people wear those little hats. It's to cover the horns or the stumps from where the horns used to be. Some of them grind them down, try to
The
hide
nub.
amongst us. You're not fooling anyone, pal.
You're so off though. It's funny.
Yeah, I hear you, dupe and delight. You hear him giggling? He knows
You hear
I'm
that?
onto him.
But there's a little tension in that giggle. I don't believe it.
Cage,
All right,
which
you
one of
caught
the
me, bro.
alpha,
You caught me. How'd you know?
which one of the alphabet agencies do you work with?
The GAY.
There it
Good.
is.
Like
There it
CSIS.
is.
I work for CSIS.
Well, you know, I don't think queering works, so you're probably going to have to get another job.
I started the TPA today, Talcott Protection Agency.
that's a prestigious organization. I've heard of them, but most people haven't.
No one gets near Talcott without the
6 degrees of
proper
Talcott
credentials.
was it.
The minute you get the thought in your head, boom, your door's kicked open.
I fucking love it.
Do you waterboard people? And if so, can I do
We
a
don't
ride
talk
along?
about that, and it's definitely not called waterboarding, okay?
All right, well, don't hit me up sometime for about a ride along.
It's
Well,
enhanced
and-
interrogation, and it's only to create security, sir.
I have my own
Exactly, and
coffee
we have a
pot I
different
can bring
method
on the
here.
ride along.
We have a different method here. We use maple syrup instead of water. It's way more effective.
That's called drowning.
That's called the
it's
Masonic
aquatic-
sex ritual. Get out of here, Cage.
We use
That-
aquatic
that's too far
conditioning
left, though.
to improve communication. Right. Sorry. Waterboarding. Aquatic
Good.
conditioning to improve
Give me-
communication.
They give you
Good
Chinese
time.
Canadian water torture with fucking.
It's helping
syrup.
people see the
One
truth.
drop
So-
at a time.
Right.
Dare I ask, what do they do with the maple syrup at these Masonic death rituals or Satan rituals?
They send
Cage.
it back to the aggregate.
Waterboarding is a great method of construction.
Is human cake involved or some kind of like sacrifice ritual?
What they have, they do have a cake, and it's in the shape of Paul. It's specifically made, and then everyone just eats Paul one slice at a time.
I heard that you eat the cake is Paul or is Saul, but then the poop you take later is Paul.
Okay, just come on out with the ritual. You're into all this stuff.
I would never do an initiation, bro. I am the initiator. That's it.
You
Nobody
complete?
believes that.
Do you complete
All right, so
or
from
only
my-
start?
You initiate initiation.
From my deep research and studies, and Cage knows because he's done this, they pour the maple syrup into the rectal orifice of a 33rd degree Mason. See, he's laughing. He knows. And then they let it
Yeah, it's
harden.
called
and
the maple
crystallize.
syrup
No,
enema.
shut up. I'm outing him. They let it harden, crystallize in there, and then they pull it out and they eat it. Okay?
Yeah,
And
it's
a
called
very
it's a
bizarre
reverse
ritual
enema.
to venerate the bowels of a 33rd degree Mason. One
Isn't
that they
where
call
the
their
caramel
master.
apples came from? That's something to do with caramel apples.
It's similar, but not the same. It's the original
Yeah,
churro.
that's what they sell them at the fair.
Show your face,
Paul's on
fallen
point.
one.
How'd you know that?
Show your disgusting face.
I'd like to see. I think I have, but it's been a while.
Don't make eye contact with it.
Give us a
Talcott.
quick peep show, Cage.
What if we like
If you
look
look
at
in
him in
the
the
eyes, if
mirror?
you
Is
look in
that
the eyes, you're done. Are you sure?
It's a
If you see me,
shapeshifter.
then
Don't
you're
look at it
fucked.
directly.
Don't be afraid, Cage. Come up here. Come on now.
All right, hold on. I'll come on camera for you guys.
Damn. That took a lot of peer pressure.
So much peer pressure. How dare you guys peer pressure me like that?
I'm wondering how fucking ugly you are, though, that it took that much work.
We're waiting.
Wait, where'd that go?
Ah, weak sauce.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he's a
I'm
plant.
not-
Look at that.
We don't want to see your mother now. Come on.
A quote unquote plant.
That's it.
Mm.
A euphemism?
I am the plant.
At least show us the plant for a minute so I could see what you were growing there. Looked like a pretty plant.
It's a bunch of them. They're in veg right now.
Probably a page cut out of High Times magazine from like 1997.
Well, I'm pretty sure Cage is AI anyway. So
I've been on High Times before.
See,
You know, they
just
post my
an
stuff.
image generating images, and the vibrations from the images are creating the sound. Cage isn't real. None of this is real. It's all pretend.
Jack, I was with you till there. We can't dilute.
You're real,
everything.
Jack.
This is just
real,
about
man.
Cage. It's not about everything.
I'd say if
Man,
anything is
it's
real,
just
the
real,
pain
brothers and
is
sisters.
real of the folks watching this broadcast. From someone like this, and as they're now
Yeah.
calling him the cringe fellow instead of Cage, it's cringe.
But even that is it's fascinating to me. The numbers are holding and even growing, and it's
People love cringe. The Office was a huge show.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of like cringe.
it's life. That's
It
kind
hurts
of
so good. Like,
kind of what it is. We are characters in this reality broadcasting. And so we're all these characters bringing different aspects to this story. And nobody could have fucking written this. Nobody could have written the likes of Paul and me and Cage and all these other characters, man. Tommy. No one could have scripted that shit.
I feel like Tommy could be scripted.
It's pretty fucking easy to script all of you idiots, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Even myself. You know,
Well,
we're all easily scripted, bro. It's very.
Yeah,
it's
speak
not
for
very
yourself.
difficult to do.
That's the allure to me, is there's actually an authentic aspect to all this. I mean, I'm not saying it's all. There's definitely a veneer in some cases, and
It's all there.
perhaps
either way.
even in my case to a certain degree. But there's definitely an air of authenticity, and it's a lot better than anything else I've seen as far as a production value. Even just to see the face plants and the growth of people and their presentation, it's been fun. But it is cringe at times, and that's part of what makes it great.
Agree.
Dude, it's been fun. Hey, and
I find it
Because
I-
real
I
life
find
is
it-
cringe,
I see it like a learning experience.
I
I'm
thought
always
you were
learning.
showing us your face, Cage. What's going on now?
Everything's a
This is
learning
right.
experience to you
Fancy.
AI bots.
You
I'm
were
not
just
doing
trying
that.
to
Uh-oh.
tease us with that?
I'm not doing it.
You're a pansy? What's up, dude? Come on. Make
He's
like a
either
man.
ugly or he's AI. Like,
What's
he has to
your
be really
reservation?
ugly at this point.
Are you afraid that I'll make a deep fake out of you and use your voice recognition to have you say compromising things?
That doesn't really matter.
He's one.
Okay, well
What
then
if
there's
it's
no
Tom
fear.
with the voice
It doesn't
changer?
work. I've tried it. It doesn't really work.
Yeah, you're unable to be deep faked.
Not easily.
you know what?
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna look into deepfake.
What are you concerned about, Jack? Talcott clip collection.
Who's behind it?
I like that retro tune it's set to.
I want to shake the hand whoever made that shit.
It's got that sort of 90s infomercial vibe, like your show just ended and now this bullshit's about to start.
Fucking wrestler's gonna come on TV and tell you something.
I'm a fan, but honestly, I know some of the stupid shit I've said, and I know that what is
Fucking idiots.
this is a fun experience. Oh, and actually, I mean, shit, last night, the talent, the friggin' the music and the rave party the fucking Paul threw on last night, that was fun too.
I thought you were
Listen.
going to a club, but you went and sung on a live stream.
Yeah, I didn't go out.
I think you
didn't go
guys are
out.
spending entirely too much time on here. I planted potatoes all day. I planted cannabis. Got my garden all, on point. You guys
Did
just
you
sat
travel
here,
freely?
wasted it on the metaverse.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I didn't have to go
I mean,
anywhere
does it
'cause I was
count as
working my
traveling
land.
freely if your tags are expired intentionally?
I'm multitasker, bro.
Yeah, I took my utility trailer out that's not registered, and I drove it around the block. I was exercising my rights and freedoms today.
Well, there you go. Every once in a while, you got to take the skid steer around the block just to see what
Right.
it feels like to travel freely.
Take the farm
Forklift.
equipment, let them really flex my muscles, and let them know I'm a rebel.
The thing is they just laugh at you because anything that doesn't go over 35, not considered having to be registered. So you're really the idiot in that case, but it's okay. I mean, it feels freeing, right? When
Yeah.
you're doing it,
Especially when
you
you're
feel dangerous. You almost feel like a man.
Well, I am supposed to register my ATV when I go to the Forest Service trails, so I haven't registered that this year, and I did take it out doing some backwoods excursions. So I thought that was kind of rebellious and showed my nature not to comply at some level.
Right. Similar to your ATV, Cage had to register his HIV because he's considered a biological weapon out in the public.
That's fucked.
We can see the sores on your face. That's why you won't show yourself in it.
Right. Yeah. It's not the best. Show business neck up and not too great for him.
Looking rough.
Finally, you finally caught me, bro.
Hey, I'm feeling like this is a good time to wrap up. I think I shared what I wanted, and this has been fun. I truly honor and respect. I appreciate everyone who's joined in the panels, and even Miss Svetlana. while she said she was unsubscribing and parting her ways, well,
What did you do to her?
I muted her.
Oh, well, what was she doing?
She was,
Doubting.
well,
Well, we have a.
I can
nice
watch
wrapping up
I can
message
watch the
from Jack.
replay. I'm just sort of a slut for drama, so if I could stir it back up, I was going to.
Hello,
It's a good-
brothers and sisters. It's Wednesday, May the 17th. I have a very important message for everyone. I just got back from my third initiation. It involved a goat and jerking off in a casket. It was a great experience, brothers and sisters. I also just got off the phone with my CIA handlers, and they asked to go reiterate the message again. You are all fucked. Anyways,
all
peace and love, brothers and sisters. I got to get back to the UN. See you all soon.
Is there any
The
way to not have
message-
to say you are all fucked? That, you know, throwing an in right before that part doesn't exactly make it more realistic.
right.
Is it or unfucked? Are you fucked or are you unfucked?
No,
Either way,
you're
fucked.
fucked. Yeah. Guys, brothers and sisters, you're fucked.
See, that's perfect.
Clip that.
Yeah. That's the only way you can
Shit.
counter this. You have to do better deep fakes of yourself.
Why wouldn't God want us to have pleasure? You know?
Oh, too funny. I do feel like wrapping it up though. Any final words? I'm going to throw people.
It's always good to be safe, Jack.
Tell us your final words on leadership, Jack, and good night.
I'm going to share them looking at myself.
He don't take instructions, man.
Yeah. You know what, Jack? I agree. I prefer to do the wrap up too, looking at myself. This way you can really look into the face of a leader, not the rest of these lowly scum who try to come here and outshine you. Pathetic.
You can almost
Amen.
feel his breath, you know.
All right. Blow State,
great
thank
evening.
you.
Take
Dick, thank you. Paul, I was actually going to have a moment with you, but God bless. This works too. Amen. Leadership, brothers and sisters, that is the purpose. That's what I know Paul has been demonstrating. That's what many people are demonstrating. My inspiration for the panel conversation, no surprise, came from admiration of what Paul has started on his own. With that proper instruction motivates people. That proper instruction, that motivation, man, that's what our world is lacking. And brothers and sisters, those of you who have stumbled upon this dynamic, this reality show that's evolving and growing here on these platforms, welcome. Congratulations. You're one of the few. Most people haven't learned of this stuff yet. Most people, not just the information, but the beings who are carrying these messages. And I'm not saying I'm anything special, brothers, sisters. I'm just one of you. But we at this time, man, we are the result of something special that took all of time to get us to here. So till next time, brothers and sisters, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear.